Aphasia is a communication disorder after a stroke or a brain injury, which affects a person's ability to use and understand language. And this includes speaking, listening, reading and writing.
People with aphasia say they know what they want to say, but the problem is getting the words out. And this can be frustrating. And the degree to which this is a problem can vary from day to day.
It's more about if I get the words wrong. If I get the words wrong, you can go from 1 to 10. It can go really bad. I think getting me flustered.
Aphasia can seriously affect quality of life, but it is treatable with speech and language therapies such as Luna. Storytelling is part of everyday life, and it's what we do when we chat with friends and family, and aphasia has a huge impact on this. Aphasia affects storytelling in a number of ways. Stroke survivors are often unable to say the words they want to, or to connect the words and sentences together into stories, and sometimes the overall structure of a story can get derailed, and this makes it very difficult to be understood.
I can't express aphasia.
When I get a story muddled up all the time, I need time to speak, and sometimes my friends interrupt me. Do you know what I mean? There's a connection to my brain, to my mouth. It's not right.
Luna is a therapy which targets words, sentences, and story structure to help people with aphasia to tell personal stories and to share important experiences. The therapy helps people to build up sentences, to speak in longer sentences, to link sentences together, and to talk more fluently so that they can tell stories that are more interesting for the listener and they can feel more confident.
Yeah, getting my story to the end, it was really good because I basically changed it all. I don't know, it flowed by the end of it. It was really nice.
The treatment has been co-designed by researchers at City University of London, alongside NHS speech and language therapists and stroke survivors with aphasia, so that it can be easily used by healthcare professionals and patients in the future.
Luna treatment involves first working on words, sentences, and story structure separately, and then putting all the pieces back together into an improved version of the story. Luna ran for 10 weeks with 2 one-hour remote treatment sessions each week. And then there were also challenge tasks to do in between sessions.
Swimming trunks? Or would they think of boots?
Boots.
Yeah.
Definitely boots.
Yeah.
And good boots.
Good boots, yeah.
Really important.
Coffee. And what were you doing with the coffee? Were you eating the coffee or were you...
Drinking the coffee.
There's another verb.
Yeah.
If you think about the beginning, so it's really introducing the story, and you're almost telling your listener what to expect, what's going to be coming up.
It's quite a lot of repetition there.
Yes, yes.
You might not need to repeat the whole thing.
It.
Should we try it? Let's see what that looks like.
We've shown that it is possible to run this study, so people with aphasia wanted to take part and worked really hard on improving their stories. People attended 98% of the sessions, and 86% of the participants finished the study. And the 4 who didn't make the end needed to leave the study, but because of health issues that weren't related to our study. And people thought it was exciting and amazing to take part.
The research has shown that it's possible to do Luna successfully on a small scale. And we now have the evidence we need to trial it with a much larger group of people with aphasia and speech and language therapists in the NHS.
Honestly, it was the best thing ever, because it's my speech. My speech at the beginning was not as good to the end. It was brilliant, really good, really good.
7 years ago, aphasia, I can't understand why after long time, long time, 7 years, Luna, speech, therapy. I loved Luna.
I think if anyone gets a chance to do this, the background off, or they ought to, because it's the best course I've done.